Okay guys, in this video I will show you different ways to escape the armbar from top position. We're going to look at strong frames, hitchhikers, and we're also going to look at some more explosive escapes. How we get on top and escape the armbar. What is up guys, welcome back to the channel. Tum and Sandro here. Guys, today it's time to do some more submission escapes from bottom position. We already have a video on how to escape the armbar from the guard position, check it out. But today we're going to do the armbar from bottom. I'm going to show you different escapes, which one's best. It depends on your body type, depends on the armbar, depends on the position. I'm just going to show you a few variations. To keep the video short, I will go over them maybe just once, and then you have to rewind and watch them back again. So first off, we're gonna be in an armbar. Now, before we escape the position, I hope you guys can still hear this. So Sandro will throw his leg over, but just gotta be careful of the mic here. Guys, before we escape, we first should not get armbarred. So the best disclaimer is, don't be in this position. Next one is, if you're in this position, make sure he doesn't stretch out your arm all the way and can hip in to bridge for the finishing mechanics. So one of the most common reactions we get there, even if it's your first class, is you want to turn away with the armbar and you're going to hold your hands in anyway. Now we'll cover some grips today, some different variations. Which one is best depends on the length of your arms, depends on his configuration, his legs, so many things and variants, and also on your preference. I'm going to show a few, but I also want to I want you to think about why you choose the grip. Now, for instance, a gable grip is a really good grip if I want to squeeze something in or bring my elbows tight together. But for the armbar, for two lateral forces going the opposite direction, I do not think this is the best grip. So today we'll be going over some different variations. The first one I want to use is maybe the strongest grip you can get to defend the armbar, which we have seen in the guard video, is going to be a rear naked choke grip, like so, a figure 4. Okay guys, so for the first grip variation, the figure 4 configuration, I just put the microphone here so you see there's no space between his knee, his hamstring, and my neck. This is going to be way more realistic. So if your partner leaves a huge gap here, yeah, you can just slide this in. Or even better yet, when he goes for the armbar and he starts swinging that leg over, you can catch it with the inside of your hand here. But today we're going to work from the very worst position, is there's no space. My S grip is there to delay and just stall a little bit of time so I do not get armbarred. Now I'm not going to let go and shoot in because he will just get the arm, snatch it off. So what I want to do here, I will start bridging in with the armbar, and I will also open up some space between his knee and my chest. So I will just lift this up a little bit here as I bridge. Then I'm going to shoot this in and cup behind his hamstring. Now for the purpose of the video, Sandro will just take 2 hands on my arm, yeah, like this, so you can see a little bit better what's happening. I have this figure 4 configuration. Now it's this arm I'm trying to protect, and I do not want my fingers to be on the bicep. I want to reach all the way around, like I'm almost hugging my elbow or tricep here. This one's going to be in. He keeps his leg extended, and this is also still not an escape, guys. This is just a grip variation as he goes for the armbar, which is a very strong configuration to prevent him from really finishing it. Yeah. If he is also figure 4 deep and he will go, this will feel a lot like a bicep slice because the bone of his forearm is now on the inside of my arm and it will hurt. But yeah, that's jiu-jitsu, man. you gotta live with that. So now for the escape, whether I'm doing this or an S grip. The first escape we're going to do is I'm not going to rock myself up. Yeah, it's going to be very hard because of his legs are on my chest. What I want to do, guys, is I want to use my legs to pommel them to the side and then pendulum all the way to the opposite side. With that momentum, I'm coming up with a sit-up, and I'm going to try and stack him in the guard. Now, to keep the video going, I will just click the mic back. We'll try and make this work in one take. By the way, guys, if you're watching, yeah, and you see us struggling with this mic, you see it being put on this really cool rash guard. Check out the link in the bio or use my code to get a discount on X Marshall and all their stuff. Now from here on, guys, I'm going to pendulum my legs to the left side as I rock them over. He's pulling the armbar, and with that momentum, I'm going to swing up and stack him in the armbar. I immediately need to have a base behind me. If I stay here on my hip, he will just put me back down. You see? So I took all that risk and all that power to get up, all that momentum, he will just put me down. So I need to have a form of base. So watch what happens. As I pendulum, he's pulling, I'm going to sit up, stack, and put base here. Now I'm not out of the clear yet, because here he can invert and do different options and different submissions before I start escaping. So we've seen this in the armbar from guard, so I'll just quickly go over it. What I want to do is I want to fixate him. So look at his head now. I want to put more pressure on it and I'll make sure he cannot really A-B. So I put my elbow and knee here. Now try to invert. Now I'm going to shove this hand out, yeah, and then flip him to turtle or start passing that direction as this arm is out of the clear. But that's a different video. So the first escape is going to be either an S grip or a rear naked choke grip, just 2 grip variations, and then I use the pendulum to get on top, stack my partner, make sure he doesn't invert or switch to a triangle, more on that on the guard video, and then start passing from there. Now let's do the next one. This one I really love, guys. We're going to use the S grip. The S grip is really strong if he pulls the arm, yeah, and it keeps my grips connected. Now a thing that will happen is he will also do different things to follow up. And you see all the space between my hands and my chest. He can weave his right leg through, yeah, he can kick his leg in. He can weave his right leg through triangle. Yes. He can start using this hand-breaking grips and all the things he can do. So what I really like to do is, as I'm here, I'm gonna put my hands on my chest. So there's less space. I still have the same S grip. It's still strong to defend the armbar for a while. Yeah, I'm not escaping, just defending. But there's less space for him to weave a triangle in or go for a different submission. Now what I want to do, guys, and I hope you can see it on the far side here. Let's just turn towards the camera. Beautiful. So what I want to do now, guys, is I want to wedge my elbow underneath his heel. So my far side elbow, with my hands to my chest, is going to go underneath his heel. You see there's space there. If it's really tight, I can do the same thing I just did. I will bridge my chest up and then fold my elbow underneath. I will then pass the leg to my legs, and I will not catch it beneath the knee, but I will catch it above the knee line here. Okay, now what happens? I just put his leg in half guard. He can still go for an armbar here, sure, but it's very hard now to keep control of my elbow line on this arm. So what will happen now, guys? As I have this, I will extend my legs towards the wall, and I will lift my arms up. Now if he goes for the armbar, I'm still just delaying time with my S grip, but now I can get this elbow out. Yeah, I hope you can see that. Now I get the elbow out, and I'm clear of the submission. I'm going to work myself up, catch his head, and use my elbow to base here, and get on top. In order to not get reverse triangled, I need to keep control of the bottom leg here. So a few things I can do. I'm going to switch to his hip. I'm either going to control the leg. First, my hand goes out, and then my leg goes out. If I first take the leg out, he will do a triangle here. Oh, we're stuck. So I keep tension on his hips and his groin by extending his leg away and looking up. Yeah, it's a really good stretch, by the way, right, Sandro? So here, I control the leg, and I'm either going to back step into north-south or pass here, or I will pommel the leg down, yeah, and we'll start passing this way, either by knee cutting with this leg over, or with this one as my face looks up and I start going over on this direction. Hey guys, quick shout out to the sponsor of today's video, X Martial. Check out their website for some awesome gear for your no-gi grappling, MMA, or any other martial arts. Yeah? Use my promo code to get a discount, or check the link in the bio. If you want to see the full escape, just rewind. But quickly, the detail that I want you guys to see is when I get his legs, instead of this armbar, into this position, this half guard, there's going to be way more of a gap for my elbow, which is pinched with his legs, to slide to the mat. So the biggest detail is I will wedge underneath his heel, catch his leg, extend it, and open up here. Now, it's not about pulling my arm out. He still has my arm. Just keep my arm. I will bring my elbow to the mat. This. Now, see what happens. Now, my hand is here. Even if I let go, he wants to do an armbar now. There's no armbar because my elbow is free. Then he can keep on pulling on it down whatever he wants. Then I will come up, and I will use that elbow to build base. Sometimes I use my forehead too. Now I pull it out, get on top, and then we're in this position to start pommeling, passing. So I really like this one to the half guard, to bring your elbow out. Now you can combine it with using your free hand to lift his leg and whatever. I really like to just hold this S grip and try and wedge my elbow in. Let's do another one. This one, I don't think it's as good as the previous one, but you'll be the judge of that. But this saved my life a lot of times, guys, in real life, in sparring, in competition, whatever. Now what I do, instead of using my hands, because he's so strong to break the armbar, I will use my legs. I will not let go and reach for my leg, but I will bring my leg up, wrap it all the way deep behind my knee, and then figure four my legs. Now if he pulls for the arm, it's pretty stuck, yeah? Now I have a free hand, which I haven't had before. It's just a different grip. The principles remain the same, but now I have a free hand instead of free legs. Now I'll use this to push this leg off and put my head on top of it. So when he tries to throw it back over, I keep pressuring in here. Now there's nothing keeping my head and chest down. I will just roll up. I have to be aware that he doesn't switch to triangle, so I keep this arm in as I roll up here. Now my head stays here, so if he throws a leg over for an armbar, I don't give him that angle, because if I now posture up, he might go for an armbar from the close guard. But at least you're on top and you can defend that as well. So in this case, I'm bringing my leg towards my arms, wrap it deep in the knee, triangle, have a free hand, throw the leg over, put my head on top, and then I can come up. Now talking about coming up on top, yeah, we also have a detail here how we deal with the quick armbar. Now the quick armbar is an armbar variation where he doesn't have two legs, but he has one shin and the lag. For instance, he's playing in the on belly, and he spins to the far side armbar. Now look what happens. Boom. Here's an armbar. I'm stuck, yeah? And this leg is preventing me from coming up, but this knee is here instead of the leg, okay? Now, how to escape this? Same thing applies. We just stall for some time. Now we're gonna do a really cool escape. Let's do it on the other side so you can clearly see it. You have to be a little bit, just put the shin here, please. You have to be a little bit flexible, dexterous to try this, yeah? But the thing is, I'm gonna wedge my body in between his knees. Now, for my body type, this is okay, yeah? So this might not be an escape for everyone, but at least it's for me, and it might be for you. What I wanna do here is I wanna throw my weight on top of my shoulders. Yeah, you might kick your partner in the head, but that's a risk I am willing to take for his head. What I do is look between these guys. I'm gonna throw my legs up, yeah, as I shove my body in between and get on top here, yeah? So it's just like lifting up for a triangle armbar, where I go all the way on my shoulders and extend my body, and I will just slide through the gap between his knees. I mean, it's a Hail Mary escape. So what I mean with that, it's maybe your last resort. I think all the other escapes are better and safer in dealing with the legs, but this one is another situation. You cannot do the half guard escape because his shin is behind your body. It's just a different variation. So far we've seen a lot of grips, a lot of ways to get on top and escape the armbar. Now we're gonna do the last one, which is completely different, and you might notice, the hitchhiker escape. Guys, the hitchhiker escape is a really good escape. For beginners though, I think it's very dangerous because you will just have to go last resort, your arm is all the way extended, and you might mess it up, turn the wrong direction, and get fully armbarred and blown out by someone else. Now, speaking from experience, I had my arm blown out in competition. It hurts, but it's okay, it's just an elbow, but I would recommend you to train this safely. I'll get to that in a minute. Now for the Hail Mary escape, for the hitchhiker escape, we're gonna look at the mechanics of the armbar. In the armbar, you're often taught that the armbar comes from bending the elbow in the wrong direction. I'm gonna change that a little bit because the elbow can be manipulated and destroyed in several directions. It doesn't bend that way, nor does it bend that way, nor does it bend that way, and every angle in between. So the only thing we're gonna do is turn the arm that it goes the way it should bend, this direction. So this is gonna be a bit more of technical escape, where we're not building it up safely with grips and wedges, where you let it go. It's also a bit more late game. You can choose to let go of the armbar, but you can also do this escape when you feel like you're not holding on, you cannot get the lag, or something happens. Minor detail here, if you're here and he crosses his ankles, yeah, now the first escape becomes best. You see, I don't like people crossing their ankles. If you say it's hard to wedge the knee in for the half guard, just don't look at what's not possible, but look at all the possibilities that do present themselves. Now for the hitchhiker escape, my thumb will start to turn towards his close side hip to the mat. Yeah? You don't have to actually extend your thumb, it's just a way to remember like a hitchhiker escape. Because when my thumb is here and he now bridges up with his hip, my elbow bends in the one healthy direction it can bend, yeah, towards my shoulder. Now I'm not out of the position yet, so this is just to make sure I do not get armbarred. He wants my arm to be in the pocket of his far side hip, so here, in this side. I want my arm to be on this side. So when the armbar extends, I will turn it down. Now in all the escapes so far, I've been going towards my opponent. In this final escape, I'm turning away from my opponent. So my face is facing away, and I'm walking, and I will turn towards my belly to escape. Because this hand is free, I would never go for this hand, because I will go against the force I'm trying to escape with, but I will use it to put pressure off my chest so I can turn more. So if this hand is doing nothing, you can do the full hitchhiker escape with just one arm, but it's not doing anything. So for me, it's better to either start trying to clear and chain different escapes together. Maybe I want to go for the hitchhiker, and then I see the clearance to go for one of the previous escapes, or at least just put pressure off my hat. Because if it's really tight on my hat, I will just pull it down. My hand goes to the pocket of his hip, and I will turn my face away. Whilst doing so, I will walk, and I will turn towards my chest, underneath my own axis, and throw my head over. Yeah? These are the mechanics of the hitchhiker escape. Now you can do it faster. Instead of walking your legs, you can do a back roll or like a cartwheel, and you should try and do this really explosively and in a flexible way, but let's just do it slowly one more time so you can see the mechanics. As grip is there for stalling, I want to do any of the grip escapes, but this time I will throw my thumb down as I look away. This hand ain't doing much, so I pull his calf down, put it down. Now if he applies pressure with his hip, I'm pretty safe. I will try and turn towards my chest. Now I will get blocked by his leg, so I try to turn underneath my own axis. So as I walk, or maybe I back roll or want to do a move, I walk and I turn towards my chest here. My head pops out, I grab the hip, and I start applying pressure on the hip and getting a top position. Now that's it for the Hitchhiker, guys. Really good escape. I think it's one of the better and safer armbar escapes that there is. Now, the short disclaimer I told you about, how can you train this without the risk of injuring if you turn the wrong direction, your partner full out blows your arm out? A good tip for me would be to drill this with your partner, start off in the armbar, and play a little game. Your partner is allowed to pull the arm with all the force they have in their arms, but they cannot bridge in. So we're playing this game. Sandro can pull my arms apart. I'm trying to hold on. He's pulling, pulling, pulling. If I mess up, he pulls, boom. You just fall down, all the way he falls down, boom. The furthest I get to extension is this. But he cannot lift his hips. Lift your hips, please. This is not allowed, yeah? So in this way, I can safely train it. Go back, he's trying to extend the arm, boom, go, and I can try and Hitchhiker out of this, yeah? I hope you guys enjoyed all these armbar escapes. Let me know in the comments which one you think is best and which one you like to use more. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Buise.